Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
Happy April 2012. I'm Daniel Pineda.
And I'm Rich Masabny.
And yes, indeed, here is our first show in April 2012. Boy, it's flying by, and spring is upon us. Hope you're enjoying
nice
the weather.
Weather, yeah.
Some beautiful spring weather we've been having, and gee whiz, the cherry blossoms are all done, and we're on into allergy season now.
Tell me about it. Allergy season, yeah.
Going well for you, and you're not suffering too much. All right, we have a news and community bulletin board, and Nort Beckerman and his Brain Healthy Minute coming up. CVB News. Rich has his reviews.
I'm ready
tonight.
I'm ready.
Double duty once again tonight, and then Rich will wrap it up after News for Seniors. We'll wrap it up with Rich and his interview guest, Shireen Garib.
That's right.
From DC Film Fest DC.
That's right.
Okay, and that's our show. But before we begin, here's a reminder.
Yes, Craig, Arlington Weekly News is available at www.youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1, just in case you miss us. We're on YouTube.
All right. Thanks, Daniel. We begin this week's show with this item. Well, the 2012 health rankings for the Commonwealth have been released, and they came out Tuesday, and Arlington County was named Virginia's second healthiest county. Fairfax County beat us out there. They were ranked the healthiest county in the Commonwealth. The rankings are created by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation in collaboration with the University of Wisconsin Population Health Institute. They rank the health of nearly every county in the nation. The rankings measure health in 4 categories: health behavior, clinical care, social and economic factors, and physical environment. So, not bad. Number 2 healthiest county in the Commonwealth. Way to go, Arlington County. Daniel.
Last week, we reported on former Arlington County School Board member Libby Garvey, who resigned after being elected to the Arlington County Board. Now the Arlington School Board is looking for her replacement. To apply, you must submit a letter of interest and a resume to the clerk of the school board by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, April the 11th of 2012. There will be a public hearing for candidates on April the 17th, 2012 at 7:30 p.m. For details on applying, visit the Arlington Public School website at www.apsva.us.
All right, Daniel, here's a reminder of a sewage spill. County officials are asking people to stay away from parts of 4 Mile Run until further notice because of a sewage spill that occurred Tuesday, April 3rd. A blocked pipe near South Dinwiddie Street and Columbia Pike caused the spill. The sewage spill has been cleared up, and the drainage, the leakage has stopped. People and animals should avoid large bodies of water that are adjacent to several parks in the area, including Barcroft, Shirlington, Jenny Dean, Allie Freed, and Bicentennial Gardens. So that heads up on a sewage spill, and it should be cleaned up shortly. Daniel.
And Craig, speaking of water, DC Water is spring cleaning their water distribution system. The disinfectant used to sanitize water has temporarily switched from chloramines to chlorine, and Arlingtonians and other metro area residents may notice that their water tastes or smells, well, differently. Authorities recommend running the cold water tap for approximately 2 minutes and refrigerating cold tap water for a few hours to reduce the taste and odor. Water filters can also help. The disinfectant is due to a switch made back in early May. For more information, please call Arlington County at 703-228-6570 between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Or you can call 24-hour line at 703-228-6555.
All right, Daniel, and in other news, well, you may be surprised to know that Arlington is now home to coyotes. Yes, coyotes. A Potomac Overlook Regional Park camera has a brief clip of a wolf-like animal lurking in the bushes. However, there's no need for alarm because coyotes typically, they try to avoid people, and officials don't think there are many of them around. However, coyotes do eat small animals So be aware of that and take precautions with your pets, including cats and small dogs. Coyote alert. All right. We'll be back with more news and CBB right after we hear from our very own Nort Beckerman and his Brain Healthy Minute. Here's Nort.
I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. You've heard the expression, use it or lose it. We should add, use it and improve it. Current research says your brain is constantly changing and that you can repair, maintain, and grow a sharp, healthy brain at any age, and we're here to help you do it. Did you know that your brain and body are a system, the brain-body system? Your brain is the control center and directs and operates that system. It's your brain that tells all the rest of you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and why it must be done. Did you know that you're constantly adding and deleting capabilities along with the brain cells that control those capabilities? Did you know that your brain is constantly growing or shrinking, regardless of age? And this all happens as a result of what you do or don't do. I'm Nort Beckerman, the Brain Health Coach. I'll see you next time for a Brain Healthy Minute.
All right. Thanks, Nort. Nort
Thank you,
Beckerman
Nort.
and his Brain Healthy Minute. Moving on now with our CBB Community Bulletin Board file. On Monday, April 9, Shirlington Branch Library will host Prose Out Loud Stories for Adults. Library staff will read short works by Arlington Reed's 2012 authors Joan Didion and Jennifer Egan. The program will run from 1 to 2 in the afternoon. On Wednesday, April 11, from 3:30 to 4:30, the Lego Club for Kids will take place at Westover Branch Library. The library provides tubs of Legos and a special challenge. Then, after the program, they will display their Lego creations for everyone to see. No registration is required, and all you need to bring is your imagination. For more information on this Lego challenge, call 703-228-5260. Daniel.
And on Thursday, Craig, April the 12th through Sunday, April the 15th, the library will have its Spring Arlington Rereads Friends of the Library book sale. Thousands of books, videos, CDs, records, posters, and yes, even magazines will be on sale. You can also join Friends of the Library. The mission of the Friends of the Library is to promote the value of Arlington Public Library by supporting their programming, services, and collections. The sale will be at the Central Library, and the opening night is for members of Friends only. For more on Arlington Library events, just go ahead and visit their website at library.arlingtonva.org.
All right, moving right along, this edition of the Arlington Weekly News, some volunteering information now. Offender Aid and Restoration, or OAR, needs dedicated and passionate tutors for their evening employment program called PREP, or PrEP. Tutors will provide employability and job readiness, resume building, and role-play mock interviews. The program runs in OAR's office on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. No experience is required, and training will be provided. For more information, 703-228-7030. And you can make a meaningful impact in someone's life by helping them out with this program. Daniel.
Arlington Alexandria Coalition for the Homeless needs 2 volunteer computer teachers. The weekly hour-long classes will be at the Sullivan House and will have 3 to 7 participants. Your students will have varying levels of computer literacy. One volunteer will teach Microsoft Word and the other will teach Excel. Volunteers will also prepare the curriculums. Excellent communication skills, reliability, and cultural competency are critical to success in this position. A 4-month commitment is required. Call 703-525-7177 to learn more.
All right, Daniel, good job on competency. You're very competent. We'll be back with news for seniors right after we hear from our man about town for Theater of the Arts restaurant reviews and a whole lot more, Mr. Rich Masabny. Rich.
Thank you, boys. The relatively new theater company, First Stage in Tysons, has produced one great show after the other. And the current show, Sideman, is no exception. It's about horn players, you know, and back through the 50s, 60s, 70s. And they're all believable guys. But special notice must be given to a well-known director, actress in town, Lee McKeska Gardner, playing Terry, the early wife of one of the guys, Jean. And then later on, she becomes alcoholic and older and everything. But does a great job. And the one who plays their son, Clifford, he's also the narrator for this thing. His name is Patrick Susskind. The entire cast deserves really kudos, including, well, I can't name them all, but they're wonderful. The show Sideman through April 22, called 703-854-1856, or their website, firststagetysons.org. You've probably seen the 1950 movie On the Waterfront with Marlon Brando. Well, the current stage production at the American Century Theater does a darn good job of capturing the grippingness, the grittiness of the movie. And their Gunston 2 stage over in South Arlington, it's set in the New York and New Jersey waterfront, and it's directed by a well-known actress around town too, Kathleen Akerley. She got a real good cast. The American Century Theater has done well by Bud Schulberg, who wrote the story. Jack Powers plays the Brando role with sensitivity. And nice girl Edie, she does a wonderful job. Kathleen Shea, she softens up. Well, he's a fighter and a tough guy. Enough cannot be said about Bruce Allen Rauscher. He's been around quite a while now, and he's a wonderful actor, and he plays a tough union boss, Johnny Friendly, and then he does a dual role as a passive Catholic priest. Ditto to Matt Dewberry, who plays Father Barry. The whole show is just terrific. On the waterfront. It closes April 28 over there at Gunston. Call 703-998-4555 or check the website, americancentury.org. Written by Eugene O'Neill in the late 20s, Strange Interlude was very controversial in its time. I'm talking about infidelity and having a child in a marriage by someone else. The Shakespeare Theater Company is producing Strange Interlude as part of O'Neill's festival going on in town. Directed by the Shakespeare Theater Company's artistic director, Michael Kahn, this 3.5-hour production holds your attention from beginning to end. It's about a woman who loses her fiancé and has trouble moving on. The show centers around Nina, played by Francesca Faradani, and her husband, Sam, Ted Koch. But Nina loves Ned, played by Balin Thomas, and has his baby while married to Sam. She also has a sisterly thing for a longtime friend, Charles, played by Bob Stanton. Jake Land plays the young son, and Joe Short plays the older son. Anyway, it's a heck of a good show. There's a brief thing there in the beginning with Ted Van Griesen. He's a very well-known actor in town. He plays the father. And the script is adult and riveting. Excellent production of this Strange Interlude. Plays through April 29 at 202-547-1122. It's shakespearetheater.org. And then finally, I want to tell you about restaurants, right? There are 18 Seasons, 52 fresh grill restaurants in the country. There's one at Tysons. I've reviewed them before. Now there's one in Bethesda across, and it's located at 11414 Rockville Pike in North Bethesda. This popular and growing chain of restaurants provides itself on seasonal food. And in other words, if it's winter time, you're not going to get certain stuff. It's that kind of thing. I can tell you firsthand that healthy is also tasty. Seasons 52 has wonderful flatbreads, which are a healthy alternative to pizza and make a nice appetizer. Appetizers include sesame chicken skewers, goat cheese ravioli, seared mahi-mahi, and natural beef chili. The soups are great too. Entrees include specialty salads, rainbow trout, salmon, scallops, shrimp, grilled filet mignon, roasted pork tenderloin, a lot of stuff. Season 52 has a full bar too, which is awful nice. And they have all kinds of wine selections and by the glass. And I want to say they have what they call for the desserts, mini indulgences, which are in little small glasses. They'll bring to your table about 12 different desserts, and you can pick what you want. Well, I got to say goodbye. Anyway, the number out there, it's worth me going out there, 301-984-5252. Check the website, seasons52.com. That's it for me, Rich Masabny. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Rich. Do they have Manhattans?
Yes, you know that. How cruel.
Thanks, Rich.
Right.
Up next on this edition of the Arlington Weekly News is our News for Seniors segment, and here we go. There's a free FRWE workshop that everyone over 55 will surely want to take advantage of. The title is, What is Twitter? And do I want to join? Seniors, now is your chance to learn about this social networking and blogging extravaganza. You can use a cell phone to post short messages called tweets that are no more than 140 characters. Learn some basic features and whether tweeting is for you. This program will be held on Tuesday, April 10 at 7 p.m. at Walter Reed Senior Center. For more information, give them a call, 703-228-0955. Tweet or not to tweet?
Correct. 7 at the
Tweet
p.m.
or not to, 7 in the p.m.
Never heard it like that.
Well, there you go. That's 7 o'clock at night, okay? Your turn.
Yes, Arlington Independent Media will be the front and
evening,
center
yeah.
at the Lee Senior Center on Tuesday, April the 10th at 1 p.m. AIM volunteers, Nort Beckerman, our own Nort Beckerman, and Don Hammond, executive producer of the
Right,
Arlington
Nort.
Weekly News, will discuss the many exciting opportunities available to you at AIM and why the community should support public access television. Call Lee Senior Center to register at 703-228-0555.
All right. Because you get to see
Don
more
Hammond.
of people like us. Be careful what you wish for. Okay. Information now on medical information. Searching the internet rather for accurate, reliable, and honest medical information can be a challenge. Culpeper Garden Senior Center is hosting a workshop on Monday, April 16 from 10 a.m. to noon with expert trainers who will show seniors how to navigate websites and find trustworthy and accurate information about health issues. The workshop is FREE, but registration is required. You must call by Thursday, April 12 to register. Give Culpeper Garden a call at 703-228-4403. Daniel.
And Craig, talking about cancer can be very hard. On Thursday, April the 12th at 10:15 a.m., the Walter Reed Senior Center and the American Cancer Society will be coming together. The American Cancer Society is presenting a program that will offer guidance, information, day-to-day help, and emotional support for patients, families, friends, and caregivers. Brenda Torma, Community Manager for the American Cancer Society, will provide an overview of the resources and programs that ACS has to offer, as well as information about research initiatives. Call Walter Reed to register for this free program at 703-228-0955.
All right, Daniel, and house fires are always a concern. Fire Prevention Day is being recognized at Langston Brown Senior Center on Monday, April 16 at 11 in the morning. Representatives from Arlington County's Fire Department will discuss the Operation Fire Safe program, which provides free FREE smoke alarms, smoke detectors to families in need. They will also explain the I program, which provides the fire department information about people who might not be able to evacuate on their own if there is a fire in their home. Call Langston Brown to register at 703-228-6300. Daniel.
And Craig, a reminder from the Office of Senior Adult Programs to sign up for the second annual wellness retreat to be held on May 15th through the 17th at the Parastone Conference and Retreat Center in Reisterstown, Maryland.
Reisterstown.
Yes. The retreat will feature health and wellness workshops, yoga and meditation, fitness classes, and other age-related activities. The guest speaker will be Dr. Dick Lindsay, retired head of the University of Virginia's Division of Geriatric Medicine. For more information,
Excellent.
just give them a call at 703-228-4745. And once again, Craig, we want to thank our own Judy Masson
Thanks,
for
Judy.
helping us out this week with the great
You bet.
stories that run
We appreciate
throughout
your help.
our Arlington community.
Okay, wrapping up now on this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Here's Rich Masabny and his guests. Rich.
Okay, we have with us Shireen Gharib. She is Deputy Director of the Film Fest DC program that's been going on for at least 22 years or more. And she's been right there with Tony Gittins. And everybody looks forward to this because it comes out once a year. And there's going to be a tabloid section in the Washington Post coming up, I think, this weekend. Pull-out section, and you'll be able to tell for the 11 days, is it, Shireen?
Yes.
What the movies are all about. And give us the theme, sort of the movies. It's lighthearted this time, isn't it?
It is. We're going to bring about 80 films from all over the world. They're all new films, award-winning films, and we're going to show them over this 11-day period at various theaters throughout Washington, D.C. And we do a focus every year, but this year, instead of focusing on a geographic region, we want to highlight comedies.
Yeah.
So we've collected 21 films from all over the world, comedies of all sorts.
How many films do you have to look at before you come down to the 21?
Hundreds.
Really, that many?
Hundreds, yes, yes. I mean, our list that we begin with is so vast.
Yeah.
But we know which films we like. We know which films we think will work for our audience. We know our audience tastes, and we want to be diverse, too. So we want to include films from we'll have 35 countries represented
No kidding.
this year. Yes.
My
yeah.
gosh. With all that humor coming from around the world, you wonder why there's all this conflict and different political problems, you know?
Well, we like to say Washington isn't just funny for politics anymore.
Yeah,
you know, we're
yeah.
bringing laughter in through movies.
Would you, you can check on the website, it's www.filmfestdc.org, and it probably tells you the whole schedule of everything, right?
Absolutely, everything.
But if
is on our
somebody doesn't
website.
have a computer or something, what's the phone number?
They can call 202-234-3456.
It's on the screen. And say that number again, please.
202-234-3456.
Can you name maybe 2 or 3 movies from different countries that are going to be in this Film Fest DC?
I'll start with our opening night,
Yes,
which is
okay.
going to be April 12,
Yeah.
a week from this Thursday.
Yeah.
We're going to have a Canadian film, which was a box office hit in Canada. It's called Starbuck, and it's about a man who, when he was going through financial trouble,
Yeah.
he sold his sperm. 25 years later,
Yeah.
his lawyer contacts him and says, you have 500 kids, and 142 of them want to meet you.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
And that's a Canadian film?
It's a Canadian film.
I thought you were going to tell me you found out that he started the Starbucks coffee people. No. Okay, Starbucks,
It's actually,
right?
the name is supposed to be after a bull.
Oh, sure. Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense. That's a big event in Washington, that opening night.
Yes.
I've tried to make that myself sometimes.
Yes.
Then you have a closing night, don't you?
And we have a closing. Well, opening night is going to be at the Regal Cinema, and we're going to have a fun party afterwards at Bar
Where's
Louie.
the Regal Cinema?
Regal Cinema Gallery Place, right near the Verizon Center in
Okay.
Chinatown.
Okay.
And our closing night is
Yeah.
we're going to feature a French film called The Untouchables. And The Untouchables is actually the second highest grossing French film in Europe of all time.
Really?
And it's a wonderful film. Both the opening and closing night are comedies. And the closing night film is going to be at the Embassy of France. And we'll have also a party after the film.
Wow.
And it's about a sort of an odd couple type story, and it's about this millionaire who is handicapped, and he is tired of everybody just pandering over him, and because he has so much money, everything he wants is just, just at his fingertips.
Right.
And he goes, does something a little extreme, and he hires a Senegalese caretaker who's a very strong-headed person, and they bond. And they're so different from each other, different backgrounds, different mentalities, but there's a nice bonding in the film.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
it's wonderful. It's just been a hit everywhere.
Are you going to have any maybe well-known producers or actors coming to talk to the people at all?
We're going to have about 30 guests. Most of them will be the film directors of the films that we're presenting. A very international group, a very interesting group. One interesting person that we're going to have is the granddaughter of the reggae singer Bob Marley.
Oh.
She made a film about the Rastafari, and so she'll be present and she'll be talking about her grandfather.
And I want to make clear to you folks out there too, this is open to everybody. You don't have to be in the film industry. This is for the general public, and it's a nice way to sort of mix with the movie industry, and it's a great thing. It's one of the better parties in town. I hope I can make it on April 12th, you know?
Thank you. Well, it's very easy to go. You can just go to our website and see our schedule. You can choose to see one film, or you can see 20 or 30 films, and we have many people in our audience that do go to as many films as possible, but most films are only $11, just like going to any other movie.
Yeah.
And it's a glimpse. It gives our audience a chance to see films that never can be seen by American audiences. These films don't have an opportunity to be shown in the U.S. If it weren't for film festivals that were used as vehicles to come here. So it's
well,
a
your
unique
Film Fest
opportunity.
DC, I mean, that's the epitome. That's it. I mean, really, it is,
Thank
you
you.
know. And so you look it up, and filmfestdc.org, or what's that phone number in case they don't have a computer? What's
202-234-3456.
It's on the screen. And it's a great opportunity to rub shoulders with the people in the movie industry and all, and it's like you're in showbiz. It's nice. I got to go there sometime, you know. Okay, thank you, Shireen Gharib, for coming by from the Film Fest DC people, and give our regards to Tony Gittins.
I will, thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, thank you.
This is Rich Masabny. Until next time.
All right, thanks, Rich. And Shireen Gharib, I like
That's
saying
right,
that,
you
from
said it
DC
right.
Film Fest.
That's right.
Sounds like a hot festival. Get to see a bunch of movies for a nominal fee.
Yeah.
And have a good time.
Yeah.
Rub elbows.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And if you can make April 12th, that's when they're having an opening thing with actors and everybody, and it's open to the
Wonderful.
public.
April 12th. Put it on your calendars. Mark it down.
Yeah.
And before we go,
Yes.
anything else to add?
Yes, so I was reading the Washington Post the
Washington
other
Post,
the other
really.
day,
And
and
there
guess
he
who I
is.
saw? Our own Rich
very own.
Masabny. I just
that?
want to say congratulations,
Thank
Rich,
you,
for
thank you.
25 years of excellence in reviewing Arlington and really,
Nice
you know,
article.
I owe it all to Don Hammond, our executive producer. He hired me back then.
thank you so much
hired
for
you.
your
Just-
dedication.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Nice article, Rich. Nice
you.
picture, and you look like $1 million there, man.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank
We appreciate you. All right, and we appreciate you. Thanks for watching this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Have a safe week, and check us out next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.